So we have 8 lists of okay. Hey folks, Dr. Achilles here, back at it again with another video. And our topic today is bulking strategies. I have solved all the mysteries of a bulking strategies that you have or questions you may have. And so, I have about, let's see here, how many? 8 tips on how to bulk. Well, they're not really tips, they're just a list of talking points. So, introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Alpha. Sorry. Hey, my name is Alpha. One of Doctor.
The camera, please.
Oh my god. Hey, my name is Alpha. I'm a client of Doctor Achilles. Motherfucker, bro.
Stop.
Um.
Okay.
Can we restart? Look at this. Look at
Okay.
the camera.
Okay.
It's because your eyes will be looking at the cameras.
Okay. My name is Alpha. I'm a client of Doctor Achilles, and yeah, I'm just here to be taught and listen.
So
Okay.
I have a couple of questions for Alpha. Real
Okay,
quick.
come on,
So Alpha, right?
Mhm.
How's the process going so far with Dr. Achilles' program?
Still learning.
Still learning, but pretty good so far.
Pretty good, pretty
Yeah.
good. What's your favorite part about working out with Dr. Achilles?
It's fun. It's educational. I get to actually learn about the muscle, and when I do work out, I actually feel the muscle group I'm working out.
So you feel the muscle. So what's
Yeah.
the least enjoyment you had working with Dr. Achilles? What's something you think he can improve on, or something he can add on for it to be better?
Yes, I want to hear this. What is it? You don't
Honestly, I don't think I can give anything to add on. Like what he's been teaching me has been working, and I have no complaints.
Can you add on to that a little bit?
What do you mean?
Like, tell me, like, so everything's good, right?
Yeah, everything is. I have no complaints. I can't I don't think it's anything he can add that can make it better.
Uh-huh.
If he did, there'd be probably his own gym, so we don't have to wait for other equipment. But that's not his fault.
I see. How much do you pay?
Zero. It's free.
Zero, so what is it?
It's free.
Good boy.
Bro,
That's not part of the video. Anyways,
no,
guys, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the actual video. So again, my name is Dr. Achilles, and if you don't know who I am, I have a YouTube channel. It's called Bodybuilding for Beginners, so you should check it out. And today we're gonna be talking about bulking strategies. I have solved all the mystery bulk beginners questions they may have. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is what is bulking. Well, bulking in simple terms is just a way to intentionally gain weight through the use of a calorie surplus or a caloric surplus. And if that term went over your head, it just basically means eating more than what you used to or eating above your maintenance to intentionally gain weight. That's what bulking is. And with bulking, you are able to gain fat or muscle depending on what kind of nutrition you're going to do. But we'll be talking about that more later. So that's what bulking is, eating more. Okay? That's the first tip. That's not even a tip, that's just a talking point. So how do you actually bulk? Well, there's 2 things to say about that. Bulking, so the only way to bulk really is you go to your TDEE calculator, you go in there. There's a bunch of fucking websites everywhere on a TDEE calculator, and then you just put all of your information in there, like your height, your weight, and all that stuff, and how long you've been training. And when you get your maintenance calories, when it's calculated, then you just add around 300 to 500 calories, give or take. If you're someone who weighs less or weighs more, I would probably add a little bit to like 250 to 300. But if you're someone who's really underweight, I recommend only going 500. But anything above that is not beneficial because it's just going to be fat gain. So stop moving the camera too much, Gabby. So that's how you bulk. So you just add more calories. Third thing we're going to be talking about is how fast should you bulk. I think, as someone who's bulked number of times and cut number of times, I think you should gain about 0.5 to 1 pound of body weight per week. So anything going above that, you're just going to gain fat. which is not good. That's not what we want. We want muscle, we want lean gains, we don't want fat. So you can do this around 16 weeks to 12 weeks. I recommend going for bulks longer, as that's how you build real lean tissue. So yeah, around 12 weeks to 16 weeks, and adding about 1 pound of weight per week. It should be efficient, especially for beginners. And you can hugely benefit from this because beginners are so new to training. They can benefit from a bulk so much. It's easier to build muscle if you're a beginner. But if you're advanced, you're gonna have to add less calories as you bulk because you're only gonna gain fat. So that's what it is. So that's how long you should bulk for: 12 weeks to 16 weeks, and only gaining about 1 pound of body weight. So let's see here. There's two questions answered. Okay, so who should bulk and who shouldn't bulk? There's two things to say about that. One, people who are relatively lean or lean enough for them. People who are under, let's say, 12 to 11% body fat. That's a good starting point. So if you're someone who weighs like 140 and you want to gain and you want to get to like 170, you are going to have to bulk, unfortunately, and you're going to have to deal with a fat gain. But that's okay because losing all that fat is easier, but building the muscle is what's hard. So, and people who shouldn't bulk are the people who have high fucking body fat. I mean, it makes sense. Why would you bulk at a 30% body fat? The first thing you should do is cut. And if you want to learn about more cutting, there will be videos in the future and you can watch that in the next video. So, but in this focus, we're here to talk about bulking. So if you are at a high body fat, I recommend going in a body recomposition or just flat out cutting weight. And if you're a beginner, just cut weight. That's what it is. So those are the two people who should bulk, who should and who should not bulk. The fourth thing, are we in the fourth one, Alpha? Fourth thing, proper nutrition. So when it comes to bulking, one of the biggest mistakes beginners make when it comes to bulking, or the term bulk, is they think that they have to add like 1,500 to 2,000 calories per day, eating like shit, trying to eat all the pizzas and burgers possible to gain a little bit of weight, but they can't even hit that consistently over a week. They could probably do that one day a week and then never gain any weight, and they feel like shit and they don't know how to do it. So my biggest recommendation for proper nutrition is like, you have to track your macros. It's really important, folks. I can't stress this enough. If you are someone who is very underweight and you want to bulk, and you're saying to yourself that, oh, dude, I fucking eat 4,000 calories a day. No, you fucking don't, mister. You should fucking kill yourself. Anyways, track your calories. So if you're someone who is at a maintenance of 2,500, add about 500 calories to that and track your calories. And calories matter, folks. Calories in, calories out is the only way to gain weight or lose weight. And more about proper nutrition is that you can't just get away with eating like shit. You have to have the amount of protein, carbs, fats, and possibly some multivitamins in there, like fibers and all that stuff. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to know how to bulk. So I think if you're a beginner or maybe intermediate, I would say around 0.8 to 1 pound per pound of body weight is sufficient. Anything going above that, you're just gonna poop it out. So who wants to fucking poop more and fucking shit blood? So don't do that. 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight is sufficient. That's enough. And the rest you could just play out with the macros. The last but not least is why bulk. So why should you bulk? That's a good question. Why should you bulk, Alpha? Have you bulked before? He's never bulked before, so he's learning as we go here. So, why bulk? I think if you are a beginner, the term bulking doesn't really appeal to you right now, as bulking will enhance your fat gain. So, for a beginner, I think you should just stay at maintenance, eat more protein, and just keep training. That's all you need to do as a beginner. But if you're intermediate and it's your first or second year of lifting, then bulking might be beneficial because you will add a ton of muscle for a natural lifter. So that's what the good thing about bulking. And the last thing that we're going to be talking about is training. Okay, folks, I get this all the time. People who say they're going to bulk, and they do bulk, but they lack on their training. Training. They forget about the training. They focus on nutrition. Yes, it's 90% of nutrition, but the 10% really matters because training is what's going to get you those big muscles. So you have to be training hard, and I recommend going at least 4 to 5 times a week with a really good programming like a push-pull legs or a push-pull legs, upper lower, whatever it is that may achieve your goal. I have programs. If you want, I will literally link them down. If you want a program on a push-pull legs or an upper lower, I got you, right? But just train hard, lift heavy, and don't overcomplicate your training. Focus on the compound exercises, and just go on from there. So those are about 7 tips that I gave you that should really get you started on your bulking journey or your bodybuilding journey. And if it's something that you want to do, I really recommend re-watching this video and listening to some of the points that I made because these will really help you and really important information. I try to make it as simple as possible so that you don't have to listen to some influencers who say, oh, you just gotta add 3,000 calories and eat more fucking food so you can get all the girls. No. We're here for the truth and only the truth and no BS. So if you want to get growing and grow those mommy milkers, then boom. See you guys in the next video. What do you have to say, Alpha?
Yeah, thank you. I learned so much more this time. Like, it was truly amazing listening to you talk.
Can you do a little summary of what Dr. Achilles just said and told us?
So pretty much he was going over the basics of everything we talked about, like how to bulk, how you should bulk, how your training is important, not just your diet, even though it is 90 to 80% of it, that 10% is still really important. And yeah, he told us how to properly bulk and cut. Next time he'll talk about...
Can you put the mic a little farther from your mouth, please?
Next time he'll talk more in detail about getting a cut. But this time it's just about the bulk, and yeah, hope to learn more from this guy.
Okay, that's good. So anyways, folks, yeah, get bulking and get bigger.
Oh, I wasn't recording the whole time. I'm joking, bro.